teachable?
I'm teachable.
Are you?
I want to be teachable.
That's
the goal.
a great question.
Yeah.
I think
That's a
that's
great
Are
question.
you teachable? And that's what we're going to talk about here on Coffee with Ken. And we are
Special
here-
edition.
a special edition. We are here in
Houston, Texas.
And we're getting ready for our first steps to success with our trainers here. We have Carmen O'Quinn and we have Jackie O'Quinn, our
Yay.
amazing trainers here, getting ready for this weekend. So passionate. And we have Ken Brown, he's CEO of Destiny Global.
Good morning.
And I'm Dr. April Brown, and I am Executive Vice President of Coaching here at Destiny Global.
Yes, you are.
And we are so excited. And teachability. Like, we have people traveling from all over that are coming here to this weekend, and I think they're probably teachable. They're ready to. We have people. You see them. They come in. They're ready. They're like, what do I need to do? Because they want to have a change in their life. They want something to change, and they know that this is where that they can get it. So, what is it about teachability that's so important to success?
Well, I think teachability always comes after hunger. And I think that when people are hungry to learn, then obviously they become teachable. And what I've noticed in myself and any clients that we've worked with is that it's only during a season of teachability that we truly get to grow.
Right.
So you're either in a comfort zone, a stuck zone, or you're in a teachable zone. And if you ever get stuck, the key to getting unstuck is becoming teachable again.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Well, and we see examples of that all over the place. I was just working with a client in a coaching session, and last year she had attended every event. She was in coaching programs, and she had her best year in business. This was someone who made multiple six figures, who grew up in poverty. And this year we were coaching because she was struggling to make payroll. And it was like, how can you go from your best year in business to struggling? And so we went and analyzed the years. What was the activity you did last year, and what was the activity you did this year? And last year she was teachable. She was hungry. She was searching for solutions. She was searching for what needed to change in her. When we started going through all this, she goes, oh, I've tried to be the expert. And she says, do you think I'm in a comfort zone? And I said, I think we just found our answer. She said, so what do I do? And that's what's so great is I think all of us go through seasons of being teachable and unteachable because we're human. And I think if we're honest with ourselves, our best seasons are when we're teachable. But the thing about it is it's literally a decision.
Always.
It's a decision. We can literally go from literally flip the script, flip the table, change our lives in a moment by deciding to be teachable. I mean, look at Michael Jordan, who, in my opinion, best basketball player ever.
Yeah.
And he always had a coach. He never got to the point where he's like, I'm Michael Jordan. I don't need a coach. He always had a coach. And so it's so important. And I think we all walk the line of teachable and unteachable. And it's something that takes intention to stay teachable. Because we all know the worst thing about success is a little bit. You start having a little bit of success.
Yes.
And then there's the trap of becoming unteachable. We stop doing what we did to have the success.
Exactly.
And that's when we find ourselves in unteachable land, and that's typically where our results.
Unteachable land.
Unteachable. That is a place. That is like misfit toy land. You do not want to be there.
Don't want to go there.
But I think the challenge is we're not always aware that we're
Yes.
unteachable. So I think when you take someone like a Michael Jordan, when you take a high performer who has a coach, I think one of the reasons so many of them have coaches always is because they want to avoid slipping into that place. So they want that extra accountability. So think about those people coming this weekend to First Step Success. You know, a lot of people had to sacrifice time.
For sure.
They had to make arrangements. They're driving, they're flying. It's quite a commitment to get here, and it shows a lot about their level of teachability. If I'm going to be very honest, I think our attendees' desire to learn has everything to do with what they get out of the event, even more than the content and the training that we put into the event.
Yes.
Is that teachability that they have being at the event. So I'm very excited for this weekend.
That is very true. And mentioning what you were saying, it's times of reflection that you look back, because teachability is actually looking at what you did.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's one thing we can go out and perform, but you have to measure it against, what are you measuring against?
Yeah.
Setting goals, having vision, staying on track against those goals and achieving your vision. But it comes through reflection. And that's what a coach really does, causes you to go back and look at the film. What did you not? You didn't pass that ball right. You didn't do this. You had your tongue out to the left and not the right. Michael, get your tongue right? Right side. Yeah. So to get that layup in right. Actually, it'd have been a dunk. You never laid it out. But yeah.
Well, it's these little things that make the difference.
Exactly.
It's so often I think people think it's the big things that make the difference in success and not. And it's these little tiny things like being teachable and asking ourselves that question, am I teachable? And what proof do we have of that in our life?
Exactly.
And if we're not, making the decision to
Yeah,
correct it.
thinking of Michael Jordan, they never forget about the basics.
Yeah.
Sometimes we think that we need to go to do, like you were saying, the bigger thing, and we forget about the basics of like just those, continue to refine those skills that we continue to work on. And and sometimes the further we get away from the training and these skills that we know that 100% we know it has a track record of results. It gets the results. And we get
Every
further and
single
further away
time.
from that, then we start forgetting the basics. And we start focusing on things that don't give us the results.
Yeah.
And we
It's
slide
true.
backwards.
Well, Glenn Beachy and Karen, when we were with them, they basically told us that flat out. They go, our life is different when we come and we're constantly plugged in and being teachable. It's just really with the core of what they were saying. And when they think that they're the expert and they start sliding back, they get lackadaisical, things start slipping up, then the communication starts breaking down. Then it's the he said, she said, instead of working together to find the solution and not look at who's the problem.
Yeah.
I think anyone who has goals in their life, anyone who feels like they have a calling in their life for more, whether they want to, it's I feel like my business is stagnant, I want it to grow, or I feel like I want to, excel in my career. I think if your career is excelling or if your business is growing, I think your number one fear has to be slipping into unteachability. Because it's when you start celebrating your successes that you can start to stop, you kind of let your foot off the gas a little bit.
Right.
And when that happens, you kind of get in a bad place. That's hard to say. It's a comfort zone. A comfort zone is like a dead zone. Like nothing happens truly in comfort.
Right.
So you have to be careful for slipping into unteachability. I think everyone has to be careful for that.
That is
so true.
It is very true.
And it's really being around people that have that mentality
100%.
of the Michael Jordans that are like,
100%.
I'm not gonna let off the brakes. I'm not gonna be complacent. I'm not going to the comfort zone. I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna get results. And so it's so powerful to be around people who are focused on those kind of things and kind of rubbing the elbows with people like that. That really lifts us up.
And it brings conviction when we're not doing the right things, right? It's like, wow, look at their results. Look what we're doing. And then sometimes it's a gentle reminder of, wow, I'm not doing that anymore.
Exactly.
And speaking of that, this weekend, if you have not gotten your ticket to rub elbows with other people who have made a decision to move their life forward, who have made a decision to really end the year strong, we still have some tickets left in person in the ballroom as well as virtual. If travel is off the table, don't let your excuse keep you in that comfort zone. It's time to get teachable and it's time to end the year strong. We're coming into our last 90 days. What are we going to do with them?
Finish strong. That's what we're going to do with it. We're going to kill it. Finish strong.
We've had people that have signed up last minute still coming because
21
they
people
know,
signed up in the last 48 hours.
because they know
Because
this is the
people
end-
know.
this is the end of the year. Like, this is
I'm
your
proud of you.
chance.
I'm going to see you.
Mhm.
That's right. And some of you need to get online right now and go get your ticket. Just click below. Go get your ticket. It's time to keep growing. It's time to get in the game. It's never too late. Get in. Let's go.
That's right.
We're fired up. Can you not tell? We are ready to go.
One of the classes is going to be in the room this weekend. Just talk about rubbing shoulders.
Mhm.
gentleman, I actually heard part of a training that he did for his team, and he said something. He said, if it is so important that I continue to train and that our team understands the need for personal development and growth, that there will come a time if I see that you're not committed to your personal development, you will be cut from the team. We're talking about a corporate position. We're talking about someone who's doing 20 million in business.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that says a lot about high performers and high achievers. And that's who's going to be in this room this week, and people like that. So whether that's who you are, or that's who you want to become, or you just feel like having people like that pour into your life would be important, another reason to be here this weekend.
That's so true. So good.
It is good.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this weekend. I can feel the excitement and the passion. That is the end of the year. Let's go. Let's finish the year strong. And our clients are excited about this one. We're in Houston, Texas. So
They're here. Jackie and
They're
Carmen,
here.
they're here. Look, I can
They're
touch them.
here.
They're here in person.
Yeah.
Share this, send it to your mama, to your cousin, to your brother, to your aunt, to your uncle. Send it. Get your people here. We want you here. It's time to grow.
So thank y'all for joining us.
Yes.
We're so excited, and thank y'all for joining us here
Yes.
on Coffee with Ken. We're so grateful that you're here, and we hope to see you next time on Coffee with Ken.
See you soon.
Bye.